relationships, trauma, philosophy. Relationships, trauma, philosophy.
Yalla BB. That was a rendition of our last episode's intro, which now you have heard our new intro, and we wanted to reference that there because we accept how
Rubbish
it was.
Yes.
But the intro music itself is excellent because it was obviously made for our original podcast called Balls Deep. Really loved the intro. It was really smart how you used the inspiration of Kim Dracula.
Thank you.
It was amazing. You blend that metal with that jazz,
Mariachi.
Mariachi, yeah, exactly. Shelby just did a little dance. And it was, it was just really, I've never heard of a podcast intro like it, so I think it's excellent.
Thank you.
But you're going to have right now we haven't actually created the one you've just heard.
Yes.
But Shelby is a musical genius.
Well, you say that. We shall see.
I don't say that, it's fact. Babe, you can play 11 instruments.
Well, I mean, maybe I can. Shall we count them?
Yes, let's count them.
Piano.
1.
Guitar.
2.
Drums.
3.
Bass guitar.
4.
It's a cheat. Ukulele.
5.
What am I missing? Violin-ish.
6.
Saxophone-ish.
7.
What other instruments can I play?
You can play the banjo.
I can't play the banjo. I mean, a banjo is basically ukulele.
Ukulele, okay.
7. What am I
You
missing?
can sing. That's surely
Okay,
one.
8, that's the
surely
voice,
that's
yes.
one. 8.
I can play a keyboard.
Right.
That's 9.
that is a new one. That's 9.
I can play an acoustic guitar.
That's 9. Have you not said an acoustic guitar yet?
That's a guitar. Well, an electric guitar.
Yeah, they're totally different.
No,
Electric
they're
guitar-
not.
Yes, they are.
They play exactly the same way.
No, the feel is totally... I'm sorry, I learned acoustic in primary school, went to electric out of excitement, and I was dog shit at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Not dog shit, but I was nowhere near the level that I was at classical.
Interesting. Because
Yeah.
I would have said that...
The strings are different.
Well, the strings are different, yeah. So you've got your nylon strings on a classical guitar versus your steel strings on like an acoustic, electric, or an electro.
And I feel like you've got more space on a classical guitar with your
Yeah, you
fingers.
have. So you see, this is why I always thought that playing on an electric guitar was easier because you... Well, I mean, this is just me as a child, because I felt like, I didn't have to stretch my fingers as much to make the chords. And, for power chords, you don't have to press down as hard, or, it's easy to do the, ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. I don't know, I kind of found... I don't know. You're the music genius.
So that's 9.
You're on 9. I know there's more. Can you play a trumpet?
I've got a trumpet, but I can't play it.
Why have you got one?
My dad got me from the charity shop.
Oh, right, okay. I know we're missing... I mean, you'll be able to play the triangle. There's 10.
Yeah, I play a mean tambourine.
You can play... Well, there's 11. There we go.
I can play
You got 11.
a glockenspiel, a xylophone.
Remind me of a glockenspiel.
So a glockenspiel is like a xylophone,
Right.
except a glockenspiel has... Now, watch me get this the wrong way around, but I believe has metal keys, whereas a xylophone has wooden ones.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. I knew I'd seen this, because this is a German instrument, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there couldn't be a more German-sounding word for an instrument. Glockenspiel.
Exactly right. That is exactly.
And I feel like it must be like... Spiel must be like talk. Glockenspiel. I feel like there must be a direct translation.
Well, maybe I'll have to check that out. Apparently it translates to carillon or bell chimes, which is
Interesting.
right. I was thinking of a Glock, which is a pistol.
Oh, interesting.
A quite popular pistol that they use in many countries. But I've just looked up a Glockenspiel, and you can actually get a travel one, which is pretty amazing. It's only
They're all pretty small.
only £30 on Amazon. So if you want a Glockenspiel, you can get A Star Music, £30.
25 notes soprano chromatic Glockenspiel.
I think that's fantastic. And
This
you
is
control it.
Glockenspiel xylophone. That is bad.
Yeah, well, that's someone who doesn't know musical instruments, isn't it?
Yeah, and funny thing, I'm part of a lot of musicians groups on Facebook, and people post like poorly done musical things that they see out and about. You know, like when something's been done incorrectly. Like, you know, if someone's painted a piano but they painted the black keys in the wrong place, for example.
That's insane.
Well, they'll
Surely that couldn't even get out of the factory. Like, what?
no, not an actual piano. I mean, like if someone's got a painting of a piano on the wall or something.
Oh, sorry.
You know, someone's put up a poster and
Right,
it's meant to be like
I get
a
it,
cartoon piano or something.
Yeah.
And like the pattern should be like 2 black notes, then 3 black notes, then 2 black notes, 3 black notes, etc.
Gotcha,
repeated.
yeah.
But you know, if they just do like black notes on all of them or something like that.
Gotcha.
But there's this see, and it's like I say it's funny, but it's like it's only funny if you read music. There's a restaurant that had put like manuscript, like a music score on the front cover of their menu, and like someone captioned it saying, "Any music is fine, don't worry about it." But when you look at the notes, it's the theme tune to the Flintstones, and it's like a fancy restaurant, but the notes are da 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 da.
Oh, that's funny. And where have they put this? Sorry, on the menu?
On the front cover of a menu, yeah, of like a nice
hilarious.
Italian restaurant. Like they obviously just went online and found
They
some
just
music.
found a strip of music, yeah. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I wonder if they know that. I think that's quite funny, though.
It's
I
funny,
don't
but
think
like
that's
if you've
the
got like a
worst.
fancy Italian restaurant,
Yeah.
and you want to like give an air of prestige.
Yeah, maybe get some Beethoven or something.
Yeah, like at least Twinkle
Maybe
Twinkle Little Star.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, because that's Beethoven.
Is it?
I think just check. Is he
Twinkle,
it's
twinkle, little
Beethoven?
stars,
No, it's
babe.
Mozart. I think.
All right.
I think Mozart wrote it when he was like 6.
6 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
What?
Wait, see, it's giving you the poem. Just put this on.
Well, we're just checking live. We don't usually do this. This is
Just
where you
put,
have
was
to...
it Mozart?
You have to keep talking to keep the viewers interested. You can't
Okay,
tell me prompts. What you have to do on podcasts is you do it in the background, unbeknownst to them, and then it'll come again. Otherwise, we're just having a meeting.
Exactly, just so me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good fun. And like, talking about ChatGPT, so like, I'm back in school now, teaching, to be clear. But one of my students was like, "Miss, can we use ChatGPT to help us think for our like coursework?" I was like, "No." And they said, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well, if it's helping you think, that it's not your work, is it?" Like, I said, I can understand that an argument can be made that effective prompts give effective outcomes, but still, like, you're not doing, the legwork and whatever else. And they said, I don't want to drop anyone in it, but they were like, "Well, are you sure we can't? Because, a certain music teacher lets us do it." I was like, interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm going to have to edit that out.
Why?
Well, maybe not. I didn't say which one.
Well, there we go. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, you're fine.
I also didn't say which school it was at, so...
You didn't.
And I've worked at multiple.
You didn't. Yeah, that's well, that's quite an interesting conversation, right? Because all teachers, even though you've got the same frameworks and models you have to go by, with behavioral, with how you build your learning materials and etc. People are always going to have their own spin on it, aren't they? If you put, especially the ones that are really passionate, they're going to want to put that flair on it. Everyone's going to have a bit of their type of learning style, aren't they? And their style in teaching. So, and everyone had, the really strict teacher, and then they had the really chilled out teacher, then they had the one in the middle, then they had, one that was just indifferent. And then there was one that was just... I found the mathematician teachers were just by the book.
Interesting.
I find they're just I know I did get in a few arguments from my maths teacher, but they're just kind of just to the book. Like, they just teach what needs to be taught and you leave. Like, there's no sort of
Yeah.
creativity, there's no sort of wacky moments. It's just
That's so interesting because that's not my experience at all with maths teachers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've always liked my maths teachers. Like, one of them who I'm not 100%, but I think that maybe she ended up marrying who is now the principal at school that I'm at.
Oh, right, okay.
Makes sense.
Who was this again?
My maths teacher.
Oh, right.
And I think it was her anyway, but it's definitely a young, like, you know, newly qualified teacher, and that'd line up with that time frame. And she taught us a song for remembering the different averages, you know, like mean, mode.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. Have I told you it before?
No, you've not.
Well, for the listener, there are many different ways of figuring out an average. And the song, are you ready? Is mean is average, mode is most, median in the middle, range high, low.
Wow.
Range high, low. And
wow, that was great.
Isn't it? And
That's
I know
great.
all of my... Thank you very much. I'll give myself a round of applause there. That'll be awful for the listener.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, now I know my averages. So, like, yeah. Mean is average, so I add them all together, dividing by the amount that are there. Mean is average. Mode is most, so the most frequent is your mode. Median in the middle, if you put all the numbers in chronological order, in numerical order, whatever smack bang in the middle. Or range, take your highest number and your lowest number.
Wow.
And take it away. So...
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I've remembered that ever since. And I feel like music is such a powerful tool in remembering things, but equally... Yeah, the point is, my maths teachers were great. I've always liked my maths teachers.
No, I think music is great for memory.
Yeah.
I think there's some great ways of, you know, even when we've done, you know, learnt some languages, they've always done that, haven't they? They've always suggested, like, poems and different little riddles and etc. And I think music, you know, really helps, especially you having that music background. So have you found then, just generally in life, you managed to attach music to remember things?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like I've, you know, written little rhymes to myself to remember stuff. And, like, I think I have a very strong connection to music memory in terms of, like, if I hear a song, it'll take me instantly to a place. You know, like, I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I remember going to Ibiza when I was, like, 10 or 11 with my family. Not on a bender.
Yeah.
England were playing, so whatever year that was. And David Beckham, I had, like, a David Beckham dress. Me and Daisy.
Dress? Wow.
Yeah, me and Daisy got these, like, they were white with the, you know, navy blue, like, England colour straps.
That's cool as.
And with number 7 and Beckham on.
Nice.
So that was great. And I can remember eating Kinder Bueno. You know those eggs that had, like, the mini Ferrero Rocher type things inside them?
No.
Or like a Kinder egg.
A Kinder Egg. Sorry,
It's
yes,
like-
I do know these, yeah.
You got a little spoon and it
Then
got
you
to,
get...
like, chocolate.
Oh,
balls
that
in it.
one, not the one with the toy, yes.
Yeah, sorry, not a Kinder
You
Egg,
take the
but
top
yeah.
off and it... Yeah.
Yeah, it was like almost like, not a yogurt,
Yeah,
but like a melted white
nugget
chocolate. And like,
chocolate, yeah.
and then like a nutty, nutty
Yes,
ball inside
I'm
it.
familiar, yeah.
So, but I remember being at, like, the disco at the hotel and hearing Bon Jovi, It's My Life, for the first time. And some 41s in Too Deep. And I had my first existential crisis at that point.
Oh.
Particularly from It's My Life. But they were on, like, very close together. But, like, I remember hearing It's My Life, It's Now or Never, I'm Not Gonna Live Forever. I was like, shit, I'm not.
Oh, wow.
10 years old and Bon Jovi blew my mind.
In that moment, did it mess you? Or was it,
Yeah,
like,
no, in that
days
moment.
later?
No, it was like in
Alright.
that. I think I had a bit of a sob to myself in a corner at the disco.
Wow.
Like, I can really, really picture, like, the flash, you know, the colourful lights, you know, like with on them spinning balls with all the different colour lights and stuff. Like, I can really picture it, like, you know, the corner of the room that I was in, like, it really impacted me. So, Bon Jovi, if you're listening,
Wow.
bravo, because I ended up studying philosophy, so thanks.
That's impressive. That shows your level of connection to music, because, I mean, if I was in that moment, I wouldn't even realise the lyrics, to be honest. I would have just been there, you know, trying to get alcohol and having fun to the music. I wouldn't have even picked up on it. So that's interesting that you did that. That's and that from hearing stories about your child, like you were definitely ahead of your years in many ways. You really were, and I think that makes you quite an interesting person.
Oh, thank you, my darling. I'm glad you think I'm interesting.
Very interesting. All the listeners think you're interesting as well. So it's you are much more aware of life and the seriousness of life, and a lot more conscious of emotion. You're a lot than definitely above what the average person would be at that age. And now at your age you are again your levels above. I think you'll always be levels above like most people at any age, really, because
I am Albus Dumbledore.
You are Albus Dumbledore, because when it comes to you really feel emotion. Like, and that's not to say people don't feel emotion, everyone feels emotion, but how do I describe it? Like if I if I bump my head on the door or whatever, like I'm just gonna take that on the chin and just move forward. Like I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm just gonna fuck, and then I'm just gonna move forward. But Shelby will like dedicate all her attention to it, and not in a a motherly way. Like just be like, oh babe, is that all right? Like is that okay? And I'll be yeah, it's fine. No, come on, let's let me look at it, and and it's just like, but I can see you're really present in that moment. And you really care, and you want to check it's alright, and you want to, you want me to not be in pain, and you'll really feel that pain. And I know I'm going to throw myself under the bus here, but just to share the example, I know if that happened, I wouldn't put as much attention on it as you would.
I think that would be valid though, because I nearly walk into a door frame and I'll say, ow.
No, but let's take the same example, because we're both as clumsy as each other, and would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Well, if anything, I'd say maybe me a bit more.
I think. Well, I
don't know. Actually,
this is strange. I don't know. We have our days. We have our days where the other one wins. So I think we're pretty balanced. But it, I accept if that happened. I would be. Oh, if I heard it, then oh my god, like you're right. If like even if you're there like holding your head like sat down, I probably would have then just diverted my attention, because I'm like, well, she has everyone hits her head on the door, like maybe that makes me a bad person, but I'm just being very honest. I know, and I think I can speak for the average people. I wouldn't go out my way to like sit you that, like you really find a way and putting a lot of attention to it, but not making it a big thing. You don't talk about it for the next 10 minutes, but it feels like in that minute that we've discussed about it for 10 minutes, because I can feel all your attention, because I can't do that. I hope that's articulated good enough, but yeah, I think
you articulated it very well, but I have to say that I don't agree with what you've said.
Oh, brilliant.
Because if I hurt myself, you are straight there.
No, look, we're not. Don't worry, you don't have to save me.
No, I'm not, darling. You listen.
But this is showing you what I'm saying. Is you straight away going how much you care about me, and you're trying to fight for me. I know I'm not. I want to make it clear, I'm not sharing this example to say I'm a bad person. I'm just is the example that came to my head to showcase how aware and how you're just a lot more in tuned to I think you're in tune to your emotion at a much higher level than most. I'm not saying I'm not, but I don't think I know you are in tuned on a different level. Like you feel things at a much more at a deeper level, I feel. And I accept that, there's still going to be things out there that are going to hurt me, it doesn't mean I'm not going to get hurt, but I just think you're really good at really feeling other people's pain. I think you're really good at like just tapping into it and really whereas I don't think I'm always good at, I will be respectful and help people, but I don't always really feel the gravitas of the situation.
Okay. Well, yes. I can appreciate that that's how it might feel to you. And I'm not just saying this because I don't want to be like, oh, no, I'm going to defend you. But, like, you know, all I have to say, you know, you're like, how you're like, oh, just a bit stressed. But I say it's a passing comment, and then your full attention is mine. Do you know, like, and even, like, you know, when I don't feel like I need it, you know, like, you will fully zone in. And so I really don't think you are giving yourself enough credit there. And maybe I would probably agree, and this isn't, you know, me tooting my own flute or anything, I would say that I probably feel it more for, like, society as a, like, not that you don't care about other people.
No, don't worry about throwing me under the bus.
No, but, like, I will feel sorry for leaving a packet of crisps on the shelf.
There we go, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm overly, you know, I used to literally only eat things in twos because I didn't want them to get eaten alone. You know, like I used to eat 2 crisps at a time or 2 Maltesers at a time, or... I mean,
really?
I mean, I do literally have diagnosed OCD, but still, I think that's tied to extreme empathy. I've never told you that before.
No.
Yeah.
That's the first for everyone. So you used to eat things in twos, so like a packet of crisps, a chocolate bar... What
Not
else?
really chocolate bar, so that's an interesting one.
Okay, chocolate bars, they can be on their own, okay.
Yeah, but like to the point where, you know, if I was eating a packet of crisps, I'd have 2 crisps at a time. And if
you don't mean 2 packets of crisps?
No, sorry, not 2 packets of crisps. I
what
mean,
do you
like,
mean? Yeah.
2 individual crisps.
Right, okay. What else?
2 individual Maltesers. 2 individual grapes.
Oh, well, that's chocolate. Okay, 2 individual grapes. Okay. So you'd always have 2...
in my mouth at a time.
Right. No, I'm really trying to be emotionally here for you because I know this is a new thing you're sharing and I want to be here. But I'm struggling to hold myself back.
Go on.
No, I don't want you to be afraid from sharing things with me.
No, I'm not afraid of sharing.
That's lovely. No,
It's lovely.
It's very
mental.
sweet, isn't it? It's not mental. It's not mental.
Well, wait until you...
Oh, go on.
If I get to the end of the packet of crisps and there's one left over, I break it in half.
Well, that follows. Like, there's logic. I like that you keep to your logic. Otherwise, I'd have been kind of upset if you just ate it or left it. No, you keep it. Well, that's an interesting one. I think that we might have to put that on a TikTok short to see if anyone is there with that.
I don't do it anymore. I don't think. Maybe I do it unconsciously.
Well, I'll keep an eye out.
It looks like a Pringle. I'd eat a Pringle, like, you know. But I would get 2 Pringles out and eat them.
That's pretty standard. You tend to get for more than 1 Pringle.
Yeah.
But, well, I will put a bag of crisps in front of you after this and we'll test it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I do. I feel like I've got... You know, if I'm having, like, nachos and guacamole, I'd do it one at a time.
There we go. And I've seen you eat olives one at a time.
Yeah, they're quite difficult to eat.
Well, they are, but if you're committing, you know, if you really cared.
I can feel, I can get that sensation in my mouth now, and it's like, you know, like when you have a lemon, like because they've like
we're not talking about lemons.
No, we weren't. So it's like having a lemon. You know, like the bitterness of the olives. You know, it's got that. You know, olives have got that very olivey taste.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like eating 2 olives would be olive overload.
Olive overload. I love overload. You know, I still today don't enjoy olives, but I love to eat them.
Do you not enjoy the stuffed ones? I felt like you enjoyed them.
Oh, I did like them, actually.
The Aldi ones that are stuffed with garlic.
Stuffed with garlic are phenomenal.
Garlic and jalapenos.
But I wouldn't say I love olives, but I love to eat them.
Stupid. What else is there to do with them?
It's really, really strange. It's always been a strange thing. Like, for ages, I never ate them because I thought they were horrible. Then I had them. I was like, I don't like them, but they're quite addictive. They're just addictive. There we go. They're addictive. Like, I love to have them, but I don't think I'm in love with them. But but I could smash them. They're a strange thing. But a Marmite, I hate Marmite.
Marmite's really good in gravy.
But I haven't had Marmite in my adult life, so I might now like it. So I would be willing to give that another go.
Well, when we eventually move to Australia.
Wow. Yeah.
Vegemite is...
Well, yeah, apparently this is similar, yeah.
Yeah.
But, goodness. Well, that is interesting. So you used to eat things in twos, and that's how lovely. So that, I think that is, is well better than my story. That really shows you the level of Shelby's connection to emotion, and I think it's beautiful how music's entwined in that as well. I think, wow.
Well, you got me a very nice book that I'm very excited to read. It's on music psychology. I don't remember the title of it right now, but...
Yes.
All about, like, how music can heal. And I think that's both physical and psychological. Like, I recently heard there's... Which song is it?
It's called Music as Medicine, How We Can Harness Its Therapeutic Power.
Yes.
So Music as Medicine by Daniel Levitin. And the famous scientist...
Einstein?
No, not Einstein. It'll come back to me in a minute. The American famous scientist that's always on Joe Rogan.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He even, him and Paul McCartney have put testimonials in it, endorsing it. So yes, I was quite excited when I found it for you.
I'm very excited to read it.
On Valentine's Day I gave this.
It was a lovely Valentine's Day gift. So I'm excited to read that. But I did hear recently that there's I think it's a Beethoven, maybe, song that has been proven to kill cancer cells. Listening to it,
That's wild.
So I feel like we should listen to that every day. But yeah, it's just, I feel like it's really, music is very powerful. And, I mean, I guess, shall I talk about my theory on people and music? I feel like, actually, we're going to dive into that a little bit next episode, so you're going to have to tune in. That's a very interesting theory about human psychology and music.
You do, and I'm excited to explore that, because I remember you mentioned this to me, I think about a month ago, and we went, that'd be a great discussion. So, next episode, we're going to do a full episode to it, because I think it'll be an easy 20-30 minute discussion, so, and it'd be really interesting. And I can't wait for you to read the book, because you'll have so much more to share as well. But just to wrap some things up that we did discuss in the episode, because isn't it horrible when people get halfway through a discussion, they forget to come back to it. So it was correct. So it was Jane Taylor that wrote Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah, but I'm sure...
And...
Oh, sorry, go on.
And then Wolfgang Mozart, I don't know how you say that name, Amadeus Mozart. Amadeus. He was the composer of the 12 Variations. So, whatever the fuck that means. So apparently he did do something. Apparently he altered it, the melody, actually.
So that's quite interesting, yes. I guess I've fallen into a trap of a fake.
Yeah, I must say, I'm putting it on record, you are quite bad for that.
I am really bad for that.
Yeah, you actually are. Really
I read headlines and then nothing else.
You regularly will tell me something for fact, and then I'll ask you one follow-up question.
And it falls out.
And it'll just
like
fall
a straw tower.
Yeah. Which is not like you, because you're so good at answering like every question. So yeah. But we all have our flaws.
What's my toxic trait? I read headlines.
You read, yeah. Fuck attention grabbing headlines. But also there's been a claim of Beethoven's Symphony No. 5 that it has killed 20% of cancer cells in the laboratory tests while leaving healthy cells unaffected. It does say it lacks scientific backing and accreditation to it, but there is a laboratory test that has proven this. So, that's very promising still, isn't it? Maybe
I'll become the Belle Gibson of music as healing.
Well, there we go. Oh, God. Yeah.
No, don't. That was a joke. If it wasn't clear.
Yeah. Wow, you could. Yeah, I could so see that working.
Yeah. But the thing is, they should all be complementary therapy, shouldn't they? Like you should
Yeah.
listen to your doctors, people.
Listen to your doctors, but go see some Ayurveda doctors every now and then as well.
Do as long as nothing is contraindicated. Like if you were on a certain medication that meant that you couldn't drink a certain juice or whatever, then don't drink that juice.
Don't drink it.
But like, if it's fine to do that also, then double end it.
Double end it. There we go. That is the last. So the ending wisdom of the episode. Did you say double head it or double end it?
Double end it.
Double end it. I think that might translate to something else in some circles. Double end it. But let's leave it there. But we have got an exciting episode next one, so see you on that one.
Yes.
We don't have an outro at this moment, but don't you worry. We're going to be creating a new outro and an intro, actually. So
in 2 episodes time.
In 2 episodes. No, you will have already heard the jingle. That's ticked. But the intros and outros, that's coming a bit later. We've got a lot of work on. It's an absolute... Anyway. It's just life is busy, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's all part of the fun of the podcast.
It is. I just wish I could devote more time to it. I really... Because I get so much enjoyment doing this podcast and, get excited about finding guests and, building out the channels, etc. And I feel like work just sucks that away.
It does.
Does.
Having jobs sucks.
Having jobs sucks. It's poopy. But anyway, we love you.
We do. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gotta